Live. I'm gonna go live right now. Going live right now. Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking you know what? I was about to say something completely messed up there. I don't want to say that, but anyway, welcome everyone to Fuck the Stream. And today is not particularly a special day. We're just continuing this. We're at this point in time, we are now considered unlucky, okay? Because we've probably seen about 100 P66 maps, and there's about 100 P66 maps, and we still haven't seen my map, right? I haven't even seen it off stream, but like I know other people have, right? So it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, not gonna lie. But that's fine, right? That's fine. We don't need to really care too much about that. But we are gonna catch it on stream, 100%. I don't know if we're gonna catch it today. I don't know when we're gonna catch it, but we will catch it one day. So YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Really? Really? That's interesting. I haven't seen that come up in a long fucking time. Okay, I need to take a look to see if there's actually any issues on my phone. Because YouTube might just be fucking stupid. And I think it is. Let me go 720p. Is everything good on 720p? I'm not buffering.
Looks fine.
And there's no issues on my end.
There's no issues on my end.
Yeah, YouTube is just stupid. Sorry, YouTube, but you know. Anyway, regardless, first thing we're gonna talk about today is my plans for the upcoming future, because as I've been talking about, I'm planning on moving pretty soon over to Seattle. And I have, if we go ahead and do /LS map, I have 769 maps. And if anyone knows me, I like the number 17. And so I try to do things in numbers of 17. So 7, 17, 34, because 34 is two 17s, and 71, right? And so in two more maps, we will be at 771 maps. When I last left the game for a while, I ended up leaving at 717 maps. And so before I move, I plan to make two more maps, right? And so I just want to go and talk about these maps. The last two maps that I'm planning on making, and they're both art maps. And one of them is honestly going to be really fucking awesome. I can't wait to make it. Honestly, both of them are awesome. I can't wait to make both of them. But one of them is going to be extra awesome because it is another collaboration between me and Aqua, whatever you would. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce her name, but it's Aqua. I just call her Aqua, but it has like a bunch of A's in it, right? But Aqua is an amazing artist. I fucking love her art. And I came to her. I was like, hey, do you want to do another collaboration, right? And that collaboration will be the very last map I make before I go ahead and move on over to Seattle. Yeah, but the next map I'm making, right, is one that I was gonna make a long time ago, but I just never got around to it, right? And that is this bad boy right here, or bad girl, because it is, what's her name? Fuck. Ryuko? Ryoko? Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what Kill la Kill is, Cleric? Or Kaylana?
I don't.
You don't know what... Oh my god, this is devastating. This is just devastating.
It looks really cool, though.
Oh, yeah. So this is... I think her name is Ryuko, right? Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce her. It's Ryuko. But she's from the series Kill la Kill, and I really want to make a map of her. And I think it's gonna be pretty fun to do that. So, but yeah. By the way, again, I'm actually experiencing buffering on my end on like my preview window, but that's fine, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that there is any issues going on the stream. But if there are any issues going on the stream for anyone's end, please say so in the chat, because at any point in time, I can stop the stream, edit the sings a little bit, and I can just like reset it back to what it was originally. So that's fine. But yeah, YouTube was annoying me earlier, talking about like, oh hey, your bit rate is too high, it should be lower. It's like, all right, I'll lower it. It's like, your YouTube is not receiving enough video now. Is it? Are you fucking kidding me? You're bullshit. Fuck off. So, yeah, it's everything's all good there. But how's this map gonna work, right? And this is why I'm gonna be really excited to make this map, because it's gonna be really fun. And actually, I think this is an older picture of it. I actually have another one, but I'm not gonna go grab it. But it uses a solid background instead, right? And basically the idea of this here is like, oh hey, the sword can be moved down. It's going to be dynamic. There's going to be a string coming from the sword, because that, if you know what Kill la Kill is, you know there's a lot of strings in Kill la Kill. It's like sewing. It's like a war against clothing. And even the sword is actually a blade of a scissor, right? And it's one of my favorite series ever. I fucking love it. It's like it's one of the best portrayals of like feminism in anime I've ever seen. And there's even a lesbian relationship at the end, right? It's actually like genuinely really fucking cool. And when I was a kid, originally, I noticed it was on Netflix, right? And I remember as a kid, originally I just got into it because I was like, oh, that looks hot, right? But I ended up like further watching it because it was a really good story. Like, this was not like your average fan service kind of anime. This was really, really good, and that's generally what Kill la Kill is actually known for. Is like, yeah. I have a question. Does TFM accept hentai maps? No, absolutely not. Which is actually the other topic we'll be talking about. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that later, right? So, but yeah. So then there's gonna be another, like, there's gonna be some Japanese symbols over here. This is why I know this is an old image. I was like, oh hey, I think this is the image for it, right? And then I realized later on, I was like, oh no, it's actually not. There's another one. But there's gonna be some Japanese symbols over here. I believe they say shaman mouse. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to make sure with my friend. Oh, it's cool. It's Violi. Do you know who this is? This is Violi. Okay, so Violi was a sentinel on the forums back in the good old days, right? He was kind of fun, right? I haven't seen him around in a really long time, but this is unquestionably Violi. He has like these goggles for his mouse that it's like very him. I don't think this could be anyone else other than Violi, and it's even made by a staff member, or an ex-staff member, I should say. So it would make sense that it would be Violi, because they would probably know him. So, but yeah. So the next map we're gonna be making after this guy, right? The map that I'm planning on making, that I'm actually going to be doing a collaboration with Aqua. So what is that map, right? And that map is a map I am making of the admins from Transformice. Yep. It will be Tigernette, Melibelule, however the fuck you pronounce her name, and Metsa. now Matza. So, which is going to be interesting because we have only one image to go off of with Matza, and it's not even a real life image. It's just Matza's profile picture.
That's all we have?
Yeah, that is all we have. We have absolutely no fucking clue what Matza looks like. She could look like she could look like fucking Shrek's mother for all I know. I'm sorry about that, Matza. It's not intended to sound rude or anything. I'm sure you're beautiful. I'm sure you're beautiful. You might have a British voice, but I'm sure you're beautiful. So, but my main point, right, is I have absolutely no idea what she looks like aside from her profile picture. I kind of have to assume that she looks like her profile picture because her profile picture is of an actual human, right? So that's kind of what me and Aqua are going off of. But it's gonna be a really fun map to make because it's basically gonna just be a map that represents Atelier Wisson. And yeah. So I think that'll be a very fitting map to make as like a last map to make before I head on out. And yeah, that's kind of it. And bam, I took your fucking cheese.
Yeah, I got the cheese before you.
Well, I pro'd getting the cheese. I had wall jumped. I had to work from the bottom up. So.
I got it
the
before
American way. But other than that, I actually don't know what we're going to do entirely with that map. All I know is that it's going to be with Melly, Tig, and Matza. And they're going to look like they're working. And and because we're low on time, Aqua is only going to be doing a sketch. And I literally just talked about it with her. So I don't know much of anything beyond that, right? And like Aqua's telling me is like, oh hey, you don't have to pay me, it's just a sketch, right? And I'm like, no, fuck that, girl, your art is fucking great, I'm gonna pay you, right? Even if I have to pay her just $5, I'll pay her, right? Like I remember she made a sketch of Nevada, which Nevada still hasn't made her in her profile picture, and I'm like, girl, that's rude. That's rude. That looks so cute. The profile picture she made for Nevada is so cute. And I don't think Nevada means anything by it, by the way. It's just basically what happened was so Nevada came to me and she's like, hey, can you make me some art for my birthday? And I'm like, maybe. I'm a little low on time right now, right? So because it was really close to her birthday, and I'm not good at that kind of thing, right? There's a very few artworks I've done that are original, right? Most are like Photoshops, things like that. And obviously what I do with maps is I remake things and like compress things data wise, right? So making original art, that's not really my thing. So what I did was I went to Aqua and I was like, hey, Nevada's gonna be having a birthday come up and she wants art for her birthday. Do you want to make it? And she's like, yeah, sure, I'll make it. And it was so cute. It was amazing, right? But here's the thing, right? Nevada doesn't know Aqua, right? And what ended up happening was Cotins also made Nevada artwork, right? For her birthday, right? And so Cotins is Nevada's friend. So she put on Coton's artwork as her profile picture, and so I don't think that there's any spite going on. It's just like a matter of like, oh hey, they're friends, and it just ended up being the case that someone else made art alongside Aqua. So I don't think she hates it. I know personally that she actually really liked the artwork made by Aqua. But it's like, come on, put the artwork on. That's so I want her to put it on her profile picture. It's so cute. It's really adorable. And what were you saying?
You're shaman and you aren't helping your mice.
Do I fucking ever? Here, here's your help.
No.
Here's your help. So.
I'm hiding from those.
Yeah, you are, because you can't fucking see them. I can see them.
I
but
could
can't.
see two of them.
Yeah, you can see two of them, but you can't see, what is that? 90% of them? Yeah, that's literally 90% of them. Also,
How many freaking things are there? You're already icing people, sir?
Yes, I am. And if you guys don't get in the fucking hole, I'm gonna ice you. I have just enough ice to get you all.
You meanie!
Oh yeah, I do not shit around. You either get in the hole or I just don't care. But yeah, Aqua's a great artist. I can't wait for that art to go ahead and happen. You'll join us. We're streaming, and it's gonna be fun. But yeah. I'm definitely gonna be someone who's gonna be good at what we're gonna be doing here, because we're not gonna be drawing them in like mice form. We're gonna be drawing them in human form, right?
Oh wow.
And generally speaking, I'm one of the best art map maker people for drawing humans. Generally,
wow.
Right?
I have not even attempted a map before, so.
You haven't? Oh wait, no,
Nope.
I'm thinking of Aqua. I'm thinking of Aqua. Aqua has made a couple maps.
I haven't made any.
Uh-huh. Fuck! You gotta be kidding me.
I fell too, man. We can be dead together.
Nice. Oh, by the way, they changed all the perms of all the new, or well, I shouldn't say new, but returning vanilla maps to be vanilla, right? Like the actual vanilla category. And it was, I think it's actually because of me.
Oh, because you were complaining or something?
No, I didn't complain. Basically, what happened, right, was I was in the French chat thread. And I think it was Link.
What the heck and cheese?
Yeah, I think it was Link. And Link is like, there are no P1s in vanilla. Because I can't remember what happened. I can't even remember why he said that. But he said there's no P1s in vanilla. And I was like, oh, actually there is. Because with the new returning maps, right? A lot of the new maps are P1, P22, things like that, right? And then I personally, I think they saw that, like, the map crew, or maybe Link just told the map crew, and he was like, why is this the case? It's not supposed to be like that. And it's like, yeah, it isn't supposed to be like that. You're right. It's not supposed to be like that. It was pretty funny. Maybe it could just be a coincidence, right? Don't get me wrong. It could actually just be a coincidence. But I feel like I had something to do with that. Like, me mentioning that, it was like, that's why they made that change. Because that's a really weird coincidence, right? Like, it happened a day after.
I think it was because of you. I think that because of you, they realized.
I don't know. I mean, the other thing is it was only a day after, so it very well could have been a coincidence. That's actually kind of short for them to make a decision like that.
Nobody can fit through that gap,
But-
Shaman.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why Shaman got rid of the plank.
So, anyway. Right, there was going to be one other thing I wanted to go ahead and just rant about, right? And before I go ahead and start ranting, right, because this is a rant about the moderators, right? And some decisions they made with some maps of mine, right? XBO even mentioned, is like, I have a question, just to see if them accept hentai maps. It's like, no, they do not. And I think the moderators on the map crew got in trouble recently. because they showed just how far that goes, right? So what happened, right? So what happened? And actually, before I even start anything, I just want to say, any decisions that have been made on the thing that I'm about to talk about, they've already been made. I'm not trying to overturn anything by ranting about it. I'm just ranting about it, okay? And the other thing is, the moderators, they're just doing their job, so I don't have any ill will on any of them. And I genuinely do mean that. Even like Karasu, I argue with them a lot, right? But I argue with them because I enjoy arguing with them. And a lot of people will look at that and it's like, what the fuck, man? You're a masochist. But I genuinely do enjoy arguing. It's like one of the things I genuinely enjoy the most. So
that's valid.
But so yeah. I don't have any ill will towards any of them. They're just doing their jobs. So let them just do their jobs. But I can still have my views on them, right? Like, I can still disagree on that. That's fine. But yeah, so there's two things I want to talk about, right? And the first thing is there's nothing really wrong with it. It's just me mentioning it, right? So there have been two cases where I ended up getting into like a scuffle with the moderators since I have returned from Transformice, which is actually pretty good, to be honest. I mean, like, only really two particular cases, right? So that's nice. That's nice. And what was the first one? First one was, I said the word retarded, right? And I still disagree with this, right? But this is not the one I actually really have any issue with. I just think it's stupid. I don't really have any views on it past that. But I what I did was, someone else was saying the word retarded, right? And I said, hey, don't say the word retarded, right? And they're like,
I mean, you technically still did say it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But I mean, I'm like, hey, don't say the word retarded, right? And obviously in that context, I'm not using ableist slurs. That's bullshit. I mean, ableist slurs would be used against me, right? So it's beyond just that. It's like, I'm literally telling this person, hey, you really shouldn't say that word, right? And they give me a warning, right? They're like, oh, you're using ableist slurs. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? This is such bullshit. And yeah. So now that's fine, right? I think that's stupid. I genuinely do think that's stupid. But I mean, they're being like, I hope they're being consistent about it. I haven't seen it really come up anywhere else, but that doesn't mean they're not being consistent about it. They very well could be being consistent about it, right? So yeah, there's nothing really inherently wrong about that. I think it's just a bad take to like moderate someone for using it in a very obviously not negative context, right? Like, context matters to me. It really does matter. But it's the second like scuffle I had with the moderators, where I'm looking at it, I'm just like, this is pretty fucking bullshit, right? This is pretty fucking bullshit. So what happened, right? So there were 3 maps that I made that were a little bit more on the lewd side, right? Now, they weren't like porn maps. They were fully clothed women, or, well, I guess one of them was in a bikini, right? But I mean, the one in a bikini was literally the least lewd one. It was just a girl in a bikini smiling. Guess what that girl was? It was Belle Delphine, right? And I'm not going to be showing the pictures of the maps because I feel like if I do that, Transformice is probably going to scream at me, be like, bitch, you can't be advertising the links to your streams if you're showing pornography. It's like, it's not fucking porn, you idiot. But you like, they're probably gonna say bullshit like that. But so they take issue with a Belle Delphine map I have, where Belle Delphine in a bikini. Now in this map, she doesn't look lewd at all, right? It's just there smiling in a bikini, right? It's to the point where even one of the map crew, right, actually ended up taking a screenshot with us with the map, right? So at least the map crew are looking at this and they're like, oh, hey, there's nothing really wrong with this. It's whatever, right? It's just a whatever map, right? It's kind of funny that it's Belle Delphine, but it's just whatever, right? And another map I ended up making, right, was this map. What was it? It was for the Christmas season, right? And it was like this girl. She had like a blushy face, right? And she was like wearing like this very lewd outfit of like Santa, right? But again, fully clothed, no real issues other than just the face looked hilariously lewd, and I fucking loved the face. Oh man, I genuinely wish I could show you the face. It's like the best in my view. It was like the most detailed map I'd ever made when I got back. The most creatively detailed map too, because the shapes I used were very, very creative, and I was very proud of it. I thought it was a great map. Genuinely, right? But so it was a map of just some Santa girl, right? And the last map was a map of the Pokemon trainer, which was never intended to be lewd, right? She's riding an Onyx, right? But it kind of looks like she's twerking, right? With the way that the map is, right? It kind of looks like that. But this map even was still going under the radar with the map crew because they even did a test of it in a public room, right? So they tested this map in a public room, and no one fought to say is like, maybe this map we don't want to test because it does look kind of inappropriate, right? And it's like she's not twerking, she's just fucking riding an Onyx, right? But so what ended up happening was the moderators they saw these free maps, right? And this is kind of where things take off to where I'm looking at this and I'm like, I really disagree with how they handled this, right? Because for starters, this all took place in about 3 months, I think, maybe 4 months. But it was a very, very long time for all this to be taking place, for basically nothing to be going on, right? Is like, okay, if these maps really are inappropriate, why are you doing nothing about them, right? So, like, for example, if the maps are really inappropriate, why are you not moderating the post where these maps ended up coming up, right? Where I show off these maps. Or the post where other people are talking about these maps, right? Why are you not moderating the post? That doesn't make any sense, right? That's not consistent with other maps. And yeah. And bear in mind, I'm not trying to go ahead and say is like any kind of decision should be overturned. We've already looked at that kind of stuff, right? What I am saying is that like this doesn't really make any sense, and that a lot of inconsistencies. So there was clearly some kind of miscommunication going on, which is very evident again because 2 map crew looked at these maps and just didn't bat an eye. They just looked at them and just like whatever. And those are just 2 map crew that I know for a fact looked at the maps because and like I can prove they looked at the maps. I know there were other map crew who looked at the maps too. And some of them didn't entirely bat an eye. They were like, this is questionable, but again, they were still like, it's whatever, right? So these were like maps where they're very borderline, right? So again, why were these posts not moderated? If they were moderated, then at that point in time, that would set up a precedent. And I don't want to sham. Fuck it. I'm ranting. I don't want to sham. Get out of here. So I'm ranting. So if you did moderate those posts, great. That would actually set up a precedent that semi-lewd maps aren't going to be tolerated either, right? And then there you go. Now you just went ahead and stopped me from making the other two maps, right? And you know, that there you go, right? So no matter what, I mean, you can say that I was wrong for making these maps, right? But you can't tell me that there wasn't anything that the mods did that was wrong. That 100% is wrong. If you genuinely want to be consistent about this, then why did you not do anything about them when they first came up? Because again, we're talking about 3 months here. But it's more than that, right? So this was like the weirdest thing to me when this had first came up. They like basically what had happened, they were trying to give me like some kind of stern talk about him, right? Which is like, why? So if there's an inappropriate map, what happens is you P43 the map, okay? So like let's say there's like a dick map, right? If there's a dick map, you take the map and you P43 it, and then congratulations, now what'll end up happening is if you play the map, it will be map 0. And I believe there's some moderation shit that happens if you have a P43 map. I have had one P43 map in the past, so I don't think that when you first get one, there's any problems. I'm pretty sure it's just like the first one you make is whatever, but I don't know what happens after that because I've only gotten one P43 in my life. But so that doesn't make a lot of sense, right? What if these maps are inappropriate? Why were they not P43? Why are you coming to talk to me about it, right? Because that's not consistent with how things are run, right? Like that doesn't really make sense. Now it starts to make a little bit more sense later on, but it makes sense in the context of like someone severely messed up and the admins got pissed, right? That's the sense I'm getting when I'm talking to them, because I ended up bringing this issue up with Matza, right? And Matza is all like, oh hey, I personally I for these maps to be taken down, right? And okay, let's hope that fixes the issue. I lowered the bit rate down to like 3000, and I also did some stuff with the what's it called, the bilinear, the downscale filter. I'm not sure exactly what that's called, right? It looks like it fixed the issue. Okay, yeah. So I don't know entirely where that had started, like where that ended up being the case. So I'm just gonna go to back where I'm estimating ended up happening. So Matza says that she was the one who actually called for these maps to be taken down, right? That doesn't make sense at all. There is no reason why the admin should be involved in that kind of stuff unless someone fucked up, right? Where basically, like, these maps are like going under the radar, and people are like looking at these maps and going, oh hey, it's whatever, there's worse things, right? And Mats is like looking at it, and she's like, what the fuck? Why are you guys not doing anything about it? That actually makes a lot of sense for why all that would happen, right? So if that did happen, that would actually explain a lot. That would explain why for 3 months nothing happened. That would explain why the map crew felt like it was perfectly fine taking screenshots with these maps. That would explain why they weren't ever P43'd. Or actually, no, that actually doesn't fully explain that part, right? So that part I'm actually still kind of confused about, right? Why did, again, if these maps are really that bad, why did you not just P43 these maps? They came and basically were like giving me a stern talk, is like, yeah, don't make these maps again, blah blah blah. It's like, come, really, just fucking P43 the maps if you really do feel that way. So I don't think they actually did feel that way. I think they were just in trouble. Shit, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Thinking of what the fuck I was gonna say. I have short-term memory, to be honest. Like, I have literal short-term memory.
You were ranting about how Matt's...
Oh, I remember what I was about to say. Now, there is actually an explanation for why they may have just given me a stern talking to, right? Instead of P43 in the map. So, of course, they know I'm a good map maker, right? I'm one of the most known map makers in the game. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I am one of the best map makers in the game, if not the best, okay? And I think if someone received 3 P43s, they would get banned from the game. So maybe they came to talk to me, and they came to talk to me because they didn't want to get me banned. And if that's the case, then all right. Maybe it makes sense in the context of like they didn't do anything for 3 months, so they don't want to moderate me specifically. Because it's kind of like on their end that they didn't do anything about it when it originally started happening. And maybe that would make a little bit more sense, but it still feels kind of corrupt. That still feels like if someone else did that, they wouldn't do it for them, right? And I don't like that, to be honest. I really don't. I guess I kind of appreciate if that is what they did, but I don't like that. That's kind of corrupt. But, yeah, that's kind of it. I really do hope that it's just that they fucked up and that Matza got mad with them and that Matza demanded that the maps got taken down. Because if that is the case, that would explain the inconsistencies. That would explain a lot. But they don't seem to be willing to admit that at all. Because like when they originally came to me, they were like, the entire mod team came to a consensus that these maps are bad. And it's like, if that was really the case, then why is Matza the one demanding these maps are taken down? Like, I sense bullshit. I'm sorry, I really do. I sense bullshit. But yeah, so I'm not particularly pissed by that. I'm just annoyed. It's whatever. Like, what happened was when they brought that to my attention, I just edited the maps out of existence. And they seemed content with that. They seemed fine with that. They were like, all right, whatever. But again, it just doesn't make a lot of sense as to why they weren't P43'd if, again, they really were inappropriate, right? Like, if that is really the angle you're going at, why are you not P43 in the maps? So, that just doesn't make sense. But it's whatever. That's my 1 billion cents on it. Not 2 cents. It's my 1 billion cents on it. And that's kind of all the issues I have with it. I feel like those are reasonable like concerns, right? Like, those don't sound like things where it's like I'm just personally butthurt by it. Those to me feel like it's something where it's like it's genuinely curious why there's those inconsistencies. I genuinely feel that. Yeah. But it sounds like, at the very least, if I am right, that it's just that Matza was pissed that no one was doing anything about them, and so she brought it up, right? And then it sounds like now there's like a new standard that was made after these maps were made. Maybe it makes more sense because, like, let's say your average person who's going to make like an inappropriate map, they're not going to be good at what they're going to do, so they're just going to make like a a really bad dick map, right? But if any, like, they're the only dick map I ever made was fully functional and was like made out of color grounds. That map was P43. I mentioned I have one P43. That was the one, right?
Why on
Yeah.
earth would you make that?
Well, bear in mind that was when I was a kid. I can't remember how old I was. Maybe it was like 14, 15. But yeah, here, I find it funny. I'm sorry, I just do. It's funny. Like, imagine the best art map maker in the game, and he gets to make a really shitty dick map, and it doesn't look shitty at all. Like, oh my god, the only thing I remember is that dick map. It was a little bit on the small end, and I found that kind of funny. But yeah, but obviously that was back when I was less even worse than what I am today, right? So when these maps came out, all I'm gonna say, right, is they were very detailed. Again, the Santa map that I made, oh my god, I loved the face on it. I fucking love the face. I don't care what anyone says. Like, I genuinely do think that Santa map was the best map that I have made when I have gotten back. I genuinely do think that. But I think that's for the most part it for what I was planning to talk about today, to be honest. So we need something else to talk about, because we still have an hour and 15 minutes left. Like, an hour and 15 minutes left of me not ranting about the mods. So, do you have any plans today, Kaylana?
Not really.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, I just want to, again, thank Kaylana here. Zanny, after she joined me, of course, I realized it was a lot better to stream with other people. And she's coming back, right? You know, it's awesome. So, yeah. Oh, fuck yes, fuck yes. Oh, you motherfucker. God damn it.
Good job.
I didn't get the first, though. It was CNEMS. I actually want to check their profile out, because they don't actually have that many firsts. Goddamn.
So they're like me with my 46.
Yeah, but way worse, because your account actually it's not that much worse, because that just means that you're probably even worse.
I have 46 firsts, dude.
Yeah, but
46.
what I mean is, like, your account was made in 2015, their account was made in 2013. So I think their first per year is higher than yours.
Yeah, well.
But
I got 3 of them today, so.
Well, yeah, congratulations. I've been trying to push Kaylana to. Oh yeah, that's something we should talk about. I've been trying to push Kaylana to get first, because I have invited her to my tribe, because there was some big argument. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, to be honest, but there was some big argument the other day
insulting each other
where
like
it had something to do with Kaylana.
No, it didn't have anything to do with
It
me.
didn't have anything to do with you. See, that's the thing. I still have no fucking idea what was going on.
The leaders just kept insulting each other over and over.
But it sounded like it was the leaders of your tribe.
It was, yes. The 3 of them.
So, what I ended up doing was I was like, alright, you know what, here, let me just fix the issue. And so I invited you to the tribe, because I was already thinking about doing it. Because while you don't meet the requirements to join the tribe, I am the leader, so I can make those kind of decisions. If I say someone can join the tribe, then they're in, right? It's fine, it's whatever. But I let you in, and you're very far from your goal of 500 first. So yeah, eventually you do have gotta meet that requirement because you know everyone in the tribe has to have 500 first. That's why it's called unstockable, because everyone here has stalker title. Also, fuck it. Fuck this. This is... The shaman has a terrible fucking totem. Yeah. I should have released my totem before I died. What was I doing?
Wow, you dork.
So... but yeah, there was some kind of weird argument the other day. I could not follow it at all. The mods even had to step in to where they were like, alright, look, the next person who brings up this bullshit is getting kicked, and if you bring it up again, you're getting banned.
Oh, good, because those three would do that all the heckin' time in my tribe Discord.
Yeah. You didn't see Karasu say that?
I didn't see that she said they'd get banned, but I was like, I know she was wondering what was going on.
By the way, Karasu's not a she.
Oh, sorry.
Karasu is, apparently they're genderless or whatever.
Okay.
It sounds, in my view, it sounds like they care more about being called a she, than a he, so it doesn't sound like they're really that annoyed by being called a he.
Oh, I said she.
But, generally, you should call them, they, I don't know. Yeah, my view on a lot of that kind of stuff, like pronouns in the bio, I generally don't care. I find it kind of annoying, right? If I'm gonna be completely honest, like I'm bi, right? So I see that a lot in the LGBT community, is that like someone has like pronouns in their bio, and it's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's really fucking annoying. But the thing is, it doesn't hurt anyone. So like this, like my issues are economics. That's the kind of stuff we need to talk about. We need to talk about, like, okay, well, if we're gonna get political, we talk about income inequality, stuff like that. I don't care about pronouns in the bio enough to complain about it, right? All I'm gonna say is that it's annoying, right? But there is one thing I really... Actually, no, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know if Karasu would feel comfortable if I mentioned it here, right? But yeah. Oh, god damn it. We saw this map yesterday.
And that's
fucking
why
hell.
I said you hate this map.
Yeah, god fucking damn it. We're still seeing the same P66 maps. By the way, someone actually asked in the chat, what is P66? So, P66 is, themed maps, right? And this month's theme is mouse maps because it is Transformice's birthday. And that is why we are looking around, because there is actually a map that is of my mouse. So just like how earlier we saw a map of like Violi's mouse, right? There's a map of my mouse. So it will be very, very fun to see that map when it does come up. Yeah, that's kind of it. Also, this is a really, really cute map. I like this. It's P1.
It is.
But how is the collision on it? Not good, unfortunately. It's not that good. I don't like the collision on this map. But it does look good. If it had good collision, I would be submitting this map to the submit other people's maps thread. But unfortunately, the map's collision is really fucking terrible. So, yeah. But it's good enough for P1. So. Honestly, it's maps like these where I feel like Map Crew actually actively shouldn't P1 them, right? Because they actually have potential to be P5. But the problem is a lot of Map Crew don't have this hands-on approach, right? They used to have this approach, right? And I really liked it when they did have that approach. Like, I'm more old school, right? So I remember a lot of the Map Crew who are old school. And that's actually maybe that's actually kind of why I like GBC a lot as a map crew, because he's an older player, so he knows about that kind of stuff. But I think it's also just the fact that like he has that hands-on experience to where he can help people. So GBC is like, he's probably the only map crew that is able to like keep up with me. Maybe Reshman, in my views, and this isn't an insult to Reshman, he's a little bit out of date. Meaning that when I say that, it means like he's like out of the date with current map tech, right? He's not out of date in really knowledge, right? He's good. He's way better than anyone, any average person. But like, I don't think that Reshman really knows about like a lot of the more advanced tech. But that I could very well be wrong, right? I just haven't seen him ever do anything like that. So again, that's not an insult to Reshman. There's nothing wrong with not knowing about that, but that kind of just shows how good someone like the GBC is, right? Because he is up to date with that advanced tech. He's probably more up to date than I am, right? I in fact I wouldn't even say probably. He is, right? Like I'm tooting my horn way too much there if I want to say that his this is my map. This is not the map we want, but this is my map. So
hey, it's a Mousechris
yeah, it's a Mousechris map. Yep. So if you look in the top left-hand corner, yeah, it's there. So I actually have quite a couple of the P4 maps. No, Wolf, not close enough. Not close enough. We are not stopping here. We want the P66. We want the map of me. That is what we're gonna get.
We'll get it. Don't you worry.
But this is actually one of my favorite P4s. I like it. And I don't even know why. Like, why? What do those two things do for the gameplay? I think I called this map like Bird Toy or something like that, because the idea behind this map was like, basically like, a map will instantly be better than your average generic shaman map, so long as there's just something there to deal with, right? So like this doesn't really pose that too big of a challenge, but it's interesting. It's like something where it's weird. You want to play with it, right? And so that's kind of like what a bird toy is. It's useless, but a bird still plays with it. So yeah. But so it's an interesting shaman map, but that's about it. So I need the cheese.
Yes, famous Mousechris on his own map.
Yes, Mousechris on his own map. Fucking bullshit!
No,
God damn it.
F goes the Mousechris.
I blame the shaman.
Oh, I missed that hole. Didn't have enough speed. Oh, there goes the companion crate.
The companion crate. I've actually never heard it be called that, but you know what? I actually like that name better. That makes more sense.
Isn't it the crate from Portal?
Well,
that's what it looks like.
In Portal, though, it's called the companion cube, right? But in Transformice, that actually makes a lot of sense to call it the companion crate.
I've always called it the companion crate in Transformice.
Yeah, I like that name. I like it. But I've only heard people call it the companion cube in Transformice, but I actually like that name better. It's better.
It's a crate for Transformice.
Exactly, I agree. It is a crate. So
it's a box, and boxes are crates.
I'm just surprised I've only heard that name now. But yeah. I guess you could say it's a crate. Fuck you. Fuck you, Wolf. Fuck you, Wolf. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're British, Wolf. You're British. Fuck you.
Why do you not like the British?
I'm American. That's why I'm American.
Yeah, I mean I'm Canadian.
Yeah, but Canadians like they're okay with the British, but Americans we're not. We're not. We fucking hate the British.
Why?
They're the British. That's why.
What did they do to you?
What did they do to us? They tried taking our freedom. That's what they did. They tried taking our freedom. The redcoats were coming, and then we shot them. That's what we did.
Oh, it's just the heckin' portal map.
I'm about the most American mouse you will ever find in this game, if I'm going to be completely honest. I genuinely
I'm
do
your
think that.
Canadian mouse.
Yeah, you are a very Canadian person. Like every single time you're like, oh yeah, you're cool, and it's like,
It's what
why?
I call people cool.
But that just it's so. You just call everyone cool. You're nice to everyone. It's like, why? You're so Canadian. I don't. Yeah, but
Yeah, you're over here hating on your friend.
yeah, I hate on everyone. I'm sorry, I genuinely do hate on everyone. I'm like Gordon Ramsay, like my Colory, right? Which is now like just Lori, I believe, or something like that. She used to think I was so mean, right? But it's just how I do things. It's like I'm like, that's my criticism. Like the map is bad because X, Y, Z, right? And I think she understood that. I don't think she's actually thought that I meant anything bad by it. But she did tell me that I was very harsh. Oh, you're getting close to the divine saves?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
It's like 200 something.
Yeah, divine mode is fun to use when you do use it. But if I'm gonna be honest, what's more fun is I genuinely do think Fixie's version of divine mode is more fun. Okay.
Well, what did?
So divine mode was derived from Fixie's version of divine mode, right? Now, do you know the player Fixie?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you've got that is so ping. That is bullshit. That is so fucking ping. So Fixie was a map maker, and she's someone who I actually consider to be like my rival, right? So we argued a lot, and a lot of people actually thought that me and Fixie hated each other. We didn't actually. Like if I pull up my friends list, right, and I scroll down to F, yeah, you see Fixie's right there. So we actually do enjoy each other, but we both like to argue. It's you know, we're very similar, right? Like
Someone's over here killing all the mice.
So, yeah, Fixie was the person where she like took this idea of like the game is way too easy when it comes to shamaning, right? And so she said, okay, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and use the range of, I think it was either easy mode or hard mode, I can't remember. But
they're basically the same.
Yeah. And she says, okay, we're going to use that, but we are going to use V nails, N and J nails only. Okay. And no totems. No totems. You can't use totems. And yeah, that's kind of it, right? But then they take they actually took that and they liked it, right? Because a lot of people were using it. And they put it into the game. But when they put it into the game, Fixie wasn't very happy, and I wasn't very happy, and a lot of people weren't happy. Because the range was so absurdly overpowered. It was like holding everyone's hand. It was like, it's okay, you got this, right? And so now the easiest version of shamaning is divine mode. I'm not kidding. If you're a good player, divine mode is the easiest version of shamming. Okay, it's basically easy mode.
Help your mice.
No, never pull yourselves up by the bootstraps. But yeah, I really love Fixie's version of Divine Mode, and once you get Divine Mode, I think you will play around with it for a little bit. But if you're a noob, what you'll probably do is you'll be like, okay, this is pretty easy. I'm gonna keep this, right? But if you're someone who's like me, you'll be, oh, this is pretty easy. Fuck it. You're like, I'm not doing this. This is not fun. So, and XBO, yeah, there's people who come by to dislike. It's just my trolls. So ignore them.
Yeah.
Like,
Mr. Mousechris,
if you
it's
see 10 dislikes, it's not because someone watched the video. Okay, they're not watching. Okay, we have free viewers. Okay. It means that someone was like, oh, hey, Mousechris is streaming now. Come on, guys, let's go. And they just all come by and dislike the video. But that's fine.
Yeah.
They help it in the algorithm, so
I don't know how you have so many haters.
It's simple. I'm famous and very hateable.
Valid. Or not hateable.
Imagine this, right? Imagine this guy who every single day on collision maps, he sits on your face, he throws snowballs in the winter, and like at any point in time, he trolls you with a 20 sheep totem, okay? And then every single day when you play the game, you have to see his name in the top left-hand corner. That would piss you off.
Wow.
So I've been doing, like, I'm kind of relentless. The other problem is I've talked about this every now and then, but I have something called ASPD. For the basic rundown of it means I just can't feel empathy. So I get into arguments with people, and again, I enjoy arguing, but most people don't enjoy arguing. Okay, most people shy away from that kind of stuff, right? And so in general, I'm pretty hateable, right? Like, I'm not going to shy away from that. I am hateable, 100%.
Oh? Sorry. So, I'm just noticing.
Yeah?
It's literally called... The box, it's literally called the companion crate in here.
What do you mean?
The companion cube thing. It's literally a companion crate.
I don't... But what are you looking at, though? What are you talking about?
In the skill tree.
Oh?
It's literally called companion crate.
Okay, I gotta take a look at this.
You didn't notice that?
Companion crate. Summons a companion crate. Wow. Alright, I guess it does.
It's not the companion crate cube. I don't know why people call it the companion cube then.
Probably because obviously it's derived from Portal, so...
I guess, yeah.
But, oh, yesterday, I was, teaching, Kelowna about how to, like, pro the game. I even went into, no, that wasn't yesterday. I went in, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I went into, like, the math of everything, and, like, how to corner jump, use, the theory of relativity and, conservation of momentum. Fucking bullshit. Oh my god. I could have had that.
Oh well, I'm stuck down here.
Yeah, I'm done, bro. Less than an hour until the stream is over. But yeah, what probably happened is one of my haters is subscribed to the channel, and they're just like revealing the link whenever it comes up, or they know that I'm streaming pretty much once a day, so could be either or. But hey, if they're subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Just gotta get a drink.
Okay, have fun, Mousechris.
No, I wasn't going anywhere. Yeah, I was just holding onto my headphones because I was about to take a drink of something. I have pizza with me right now.
Lucky.
I think you know I was eating pizza last night.
Yes, and you wouldn't share.
Yeah.
Where's my pizza?
You don't get any.
Why?
But I went back to Pizza Time, and this time I ordered a medium.
Why do I not get pizza?
Because you don't live in my house.
Where is my pizza?
You don't get pizza.
Why? I want pizza. Give me pizza.
You don't live in my house, so yeah, no pizza. So
I think you're the only one who lives there, sir.
no, my parents live there too. So, which is why I am moving. And I think
all
they're
the way
moving
to
too.
Seattle?
It's gonna be a very fun bike trip.
You're biking there?
Well, yeah, how else am I gonna get there? I don't have a license. I mean, I've done it almost before, so.
The mouse won't go in the hole.
But yeah, when I was 15, or maybe it's 16, somewhere around there, I took a bike trip, and the goal was to go to the Canadian border, right? It ended up being cut short because I didn't have enough money, right? But I did make it all the way to Point Defiance, which is like halfway to Seattle, so I could easily bike to Seattle, 100%. Also, XBO says, "Are you e-dating or something?" No, she's just my friend. That's all. So, although talking about dating, someone said they want to go out on a date with me.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Yeah, I was on Tinder, right? And
of course you were.
Shut up. Shut up. So I was on Tinder, and I add someone's Snapchat, right? And so we're talking, right? Here goes, all that kind of stuff. And I'm mentioning is that, oh hey, well I'm on Tinder because I'm looking for someone to go on a date with, right? And et cetera, all that there. And we send each other pictures, all that kind of stuff there. And one thing goes to another. And I'm like, hey, would you want to go on a date there? And she's like, yeah, I would. And so she's pretty much saying, yeah, let's go on a date, right? Now, I kind of fucked up. So
what did you do?
Okay, so this might not actually be going on, but it was looking good, right? It was looking good. Basically, what happened was I accidentally called her while she was sleeping on Snapchat.
I've accidentally called people before in Discord.
So I hope that she's not pissed. I hope she's not pissed. Yeah.
Accidents happen. I've done that before.
So she ended up stopping replying, but it was clearly because she ended up sleeping definitely for certain. It wasn't because she was ignoring me. I wasn't getting any signals at all that was the case. It was a very it felt like a positive conversation, right? So I would be very surprised if she was like ghosting me or something. But I think what happened was it was 2 a.m. and so she stopped replying. Yeah, we're
Why were you up at 2 a.m., sir?
Why is anyone up at 2 a.m. browsing through Tinder? But anyway.
Because you're bored and have no life?
Because I am bored, have no life, and no girlfriend. So. And Wolf, you motherfucker, I see what you're doing, Wolf. You motherfucker, I see what you're doing. You think this is funny, and this is kind of funny, but
you do it. You would do it to them.
Oh, I would 100% do it to them. I wouldn't even flinch In fact, I will do it to... Oh, never mind. Shaman's hearting them.
I mean, you aren't the only one who's alone and bored and yada yada. Yet I don't stay up until 2 a.m.
Well, I'm something called dedicated. But so, it seems to be a very positive conversation. Everything's going well. And she just stops replying, and it's like 2 a.m., so I'm like, okay. She probably just went to sleep. It's whatever. She still hasn't responded just yet, but I mean,
she might still be asleep.
It's whatever. Again, I'm not really sensing any bad things here, but I did accidentally call her while she was definitely asleep. So hopefully I didn't fuck up there. But yeah. So there are 2 places where we could be going to go for a date, which is the downtown Olympia docks. The downtown Olympia docks are amazing. I love them. I love them so much. They're very romantic. At sunset, you know, it's very nice there. And other than that, there's like this lake where she lives by, and so we're also like talking about, oh hey, maybe we could go there. So, but I don't know. I'm mainly saying that because I don't want her to come in my house to see my room, because my room is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Oh, my room's messy too, I swear.
So, yeah. Also, I got first.
Oh, nice.
So.
I swear, you need to sleep before 2 a.m., sir.
No. 2 a.m. is the best time to sleep at.
No, it is not.
So.
2 a.m.
Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so why was I up at 2 a.m., right? So the reason why I was up at 2 a.m. was I was talking to my French friends, right? And this was the first time this ever happened, right? So I have a dual screen, right? And what ended up happening was I was talking in French to my French friends, but I also had Town of Salem up on the other screen, right?
Oh, and you were typing in French as well.
No. I was typing in English on Town of Salem and typing in French on Discord. I was actually getting a fucking headache. Like a really big headache, and I was getting really disorientated. And I think this is good. Like, I think this is a good sign, right? That I'm getting better, right? But it's starting to get really... It felt so weird. I've never, like, constantly switched back and forth between English and French before. But that ended up happening, and it was a massive headache. And it honestly actually hurt. I'm not kidding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I'm actually considering doing a stream with those French friends. Considering, because I know the trolls are probably going to be there. And I like them a lot because I have trolls on the EN community. I don't have trolls on the FR community. The FR community loves me. They think I'm wholesome. I'm not wholesome.
You are wholesome.
No, I am not wholesome. Wholesome people...
I think you're cool.
No. Wholesome people don't Google the numbers for their map thread to see what hentai article comes up, okay? Wholesome people don't do that.
Sir, why? Why would you do that?
Because I was curious what would come up. You know how, like, hentais have, like, 6-digit numbers?
No.
Okay, then you're just not in the loop on memes. But, like, there's, like, memes, it's, like, the secret codes. And it's, like, it's just a bunch of 6-digit numbers, and everyone's like, what do they mean? And then everyone's like, I know exactly what they mean. And then so I just took the 5-digit, because it's either 5-digit or 6 digits, depends on how old it is, right? But I just took the 5-digit code in my map thread. I'm like, oh hey, I'm gonna Google that. So I thought it was hilarious, and it was. Oh no, fuck, god damn it! But it was hilarious. I fucking loved it. But no, wholesome people don't do that. I am not wholesome.
Oh well. You're Mousechris.
I am.
You're a cool dude.
I'm fun. That's all.
Who
I'll
needs
say.
to go to sleep before 2 a.m.?
No.
Yes. Do I have to come over there and force you to go to sleep?
So I want to talk about something, right? So recently, I think I actually talked about this in the other stream, where I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to get a French dictionary, but it's just going to be like a French dictionary. It's not going to be French to English. It's just going to be French. And what ended up happening, right, was I went to the library, and they actually didn't have anything. They just had French to English, which isn't too surprising, but I was thinking they actually would have something there, because they actually ended up having a book on the Maori from New Zealand, right, which that's pretty rare to come across, so I figured, hey, they'd probably have a book on just a French dictionary, a normal French dictionary, right? And it didn't even look like Barnes & Noble had anything. So I was actually in a standstill where I was like, what do I do? So what I ended up thinking of all my options, and then I had a brilliant idea. What if I just find an app? So I just Google Dictionnaire on the Play Store, right? And I was exactly right. There is a French dictionary on the Google Play Store, and so I just used that. And so now I'm gonna try even better. I can just scroll through this app now, right? Because I hate using actual pages. It's the only reason why I haven't read the manga series I have on Pokemon, is that they're actual pages. Like, I've read manga before, but it's just the manga I've read, they're digital. So I think this might work out even better for me. It's not the P66 map we want. God damn it. We need to find it.
You will eventually, Sir Mousechris.
Dude, what's gonna...
You know you're Shaman, right?
Yes, I know I'm Shaman. I know. Do you know what's gonna end up happening? What's gonna happen is that one of the map crews is gonna see this stream, and they're gonna feel sorry for me, and they're gonna come to the room, and then they're just gonna play my map.
Oh, wow. How many streams has it been now?
6. So again, we are unlucky.
6?
We are now
12 hours? Wow. I could hear you spamming that keyboard.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. It was like during the 3, 2, 1. Like that. Like that.
Why are you spamming your keyboard so aggressively?
Because I treat my keyboard like I treat my woman. I utterly abuse them. Also, that's a Favo. That's Favo abuse. And guess what? Favo abuse is now...
You're right.
Reportable. It is. So I am going to Favo abuse. They favoed their friend and killed.
I'll get you mice out of there in a minute. Shush.
The mice. So suck it. Yeah. So let's actually talk about that. The Favo abuse, right? So now, Favo abuse is actually against the rules, which is kind of interesting, right?
Don't push me off.
Yeah, that is. It's Favoing has always been in the rules. Like, if we even go ahead and bring up the game rules, right?
That doesn't go anywhere.
And we go down here. It says trolling and favoritism are part of the game. As a general, they will not be sanctioned, but if they are used abusively, moderators can intervene and apply sanctions. So, it used to just be like, oh, hey, trolling and favoritism are part of the game, right? So, yeah, that's really interesting. Like, it's been 11 years, and favoritism has always been allowed.
Don't die.
So, but now it finally is no longer allowed. But that is definitely the definition of Favo abuse that they're looking for. They literally said,
kill all
like,
the mice and
yeah,
like don't let the mice, like literally just make it so your friend can get in the hole.
And we caught his ass on 4K. We caught this dude's ass on 4K. And even more, I have numbers enabled on my screen and timestamps. So, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just, like, ping a mod and be like, hey, look, if you guys replay my stream just a little bit, there's actually someone who abused favoritism. So you might want to do that. Just, like, let a mod know. But, yeah, fuck. God damn it. I could have that. Please, Shaman, save me. Thank you. Thank you, Shaman.
Oh, I just got a big lag spike there.
Fuck. God damn it. Oh, I see. Oh, never mind. I was about to say I see a stat pattern, but he just stopped for a moment and then he went in. So it's not a stat pattern.
So you talk like you've been with a lot of people.
What do you mean?
Like, you're always saying something about like a girlfriend or yada yada.
Oh, you're talking about like dating.
Yes.
Well, who's all the people I've been with? So
I have no clue.
I have been with one guy and how many women? The thing with the guy wasn't really that long. It was like 2 weeks. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that didn't really go off that well. But the girls that I've been with, let's see, in high school, I dated someone called Holly, and Holly was really nice, right? Holly was really fucking nice. But she did break up with me just after Christmas, which was kind of a dick move. But that was really all I really got from her. Honestly, I was kind of a dick for what ended up happening afterwards. But, I mean, she was nice, right? I always will remember her as, like, just, like, a nice person. Yeah, but, she was like the first kind of intimate relationship I ended up getting with. So, yeah. She was, I think, a year older than me. So I think it was like, I was 15 and she was 16. So, and then the next one was Joanna. And, this one, we were both 18, right? But there was a lot of things I didn't like about Joanna, right? Like, first off, she was kind of annoying. Someone who I knew was kind of annoying when I grew up, but at the time she didn't really seem that annoying, right? She seemed like she changed, right? But there was just a lot of mistakes that ended up happening. She ended up accidentally letting my dog out, and she's like, okay. That's fine. Mistakes happen, right? But it's mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and I'm still just fine with it. I'm like, all right, mistakes happen. Don't lose your mind, right? But then we go to somewhere where her mom's gonna pick her up, right? And it feels like she's hitting on this guy. Right? Because there's this other guy there, and it feels like she's hitting on this guy, okay? And I saw that, and with all the mistakes that happen, right, I'm just like, fuck this shit. She gets picked up from her mom, and I'm like, alright, listen, we're breaking up. I'm sorry. Nope. Goodbye. And she's kind of pissed. Later on, I discovered that was the right fucking thing to do, because you know what ended up happening was her sister talked to me, or maybe it was her cousin, I can't remember. But I ended up finding out that Joanna was actually pregnant, right? And she was looking for a dad, right? She was looking for someone to be the dad. It's like, that's not something I could be. Sorry, Joanna. That's not something I could be. So that was the right decision. And by the way, that's the other thing. She actually wanted to do it unprotected. And that would make sense why she wanted to do it unprotected, was she wanted to, like, convince me as, like, oh, hey, well, you're the dad. It's like, no, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. So, of course, I said no. I did not want to do it unprotected. And that is probably the first time I've said no to that stuff. But yes, kids, if you are ever faced in that situation and someone wants to do it unprotected, do not do it unprotected. That's a bad idea. That's a bad fucking idea. So yeah, Joanna didn't do that. That was like the worst thing she ever did to me. But she's not that bad of a person, right? I mean, like, I think maybe she was kind of just panicking. She didn't know what to do. She did eventually find someone who did want to be the dad, so good on her for that, right? But yeah, that was pretty shit move that she tried doing there. And yeah, I think she was hitting on the other guy because she started to realize it was like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen with me. I'm not gonna be that person. Fucking hell, Shaman, really? That's bullshit. And then after that, I ended up dating, it was this black woman. And she was I'd say the biggest age difference I had, right? Because what ended up happening was, like, I had graduated high school. I think it was like a year after graduation. And so I think maybe I was 20, right? At the time. And she's 18, right? And I'm like, show your ID, right? And she shows her ID. She is 18. But it's pretty fucking awkward, right? Because I'm having to pick her up from high school. And that it just feels weird, right? But yeah, so she's 18, and she's kind of an SJW character, right? But aside from that, there was actually one thing I really liked about her, right? Was that she went in, she could tell I wanted to kiss, right? And so she went in for the kiss, right? And I was actually really happy about that. That's something I really like in someone. If you, because like I fucking hate gender stereotypes, where it's like the guy has to go in for all this kind of stuff. He has to like be the lead and all that stuff. Fuck that shit. Like, I'm not that kind of a person. I'm like this 6'1" hulking dude who.
Oh, I didn't know you were that tall.
Wow. Excuse me? Screw you. Anyway.
I genuinely didn't know.
Yeah, it's fine. But I'm like a 6'1" hulking dude, and I'm just not that. Like, I get a lot of people get the bad impression from me because when it comes to like conversations, I'm very assertive, extremely assertive. Again, I like to argue, but I'm really just not that kind of a person in real life, right? I'm actually a pacifist, and yeah. So I did like that about her, but she had some pretty bad takes, and so I ended up breaking up with her. Again, it also was just kind of awkward because it was again the biggest age gap I ever had, enough to where I wanted to see her ID just to be like, all right, you're kind of on the short side. I'm not super into this, but you know, she did all that. So I did genuinely appreciate her.
Short, then?
What do I consider short? Anything below 5'2".
That's fair.
Yeah, anything below 5'2".
That is short.
And bear in mind that's short for a girl. If it's a guy, anything below 5'4" is short. Honestly, anything below 5'5" is short. More like So,
Mhm.
and then the last one I don't really want to talk about because I dated her for 4 years. We were
Oh.
gonna get married.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, and she actually was the one talking to me about it. Like, she's like, oh, hey, it's like, I can't wait to get married, all this kind of stuff, right? And like, I'm not even bringing it up, and I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm actually, is this real, right? And like, I enjoy this person a lot, right? And so one day, I'm working at Cabela's, right? And there's this kid who comes up to the Santa, right? Because there's a Santa that works at Cabela's, right? They have that. And he's like, she is like, I want to have a baby for Christmas, right? And it's pretty obvious what she means by baby. Is she means like a sister or brother, right? She doesn't literally, like, this 7-year-old isn't like, oh yeah, I want a baby. Oh. And it was cute. It was really cute, okay? And so I was a little teary-eyed there, and so I started asking myself if I wanted that, right? Like, literally. And so I talked to Maya about it, right? And she ended up cheating on me over it. She apparently she was scared, and she did that to try to, like, break it off. And that was probably the shittiest thing she could ever do, and it put me into a midlife crisis, and I'm still pretty much not over it.
You're not old though.
I know, that's why it's bad. Like, I dated this girl for 4 years, and it ended like that. It was so fucking terrible. We hated each other. I guarantee you, murder was on both of our minds, okay?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was that bad. It was that bad. And we were very well with each other because we both we both kind of had I can't remember what Karasu called it, like corner D personality disorder or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. Spectrum B or whatever.
You aren't gonna put your totem down?
Oh, no, I am totally gonna put my totem down. Die, mice.
They're gonna use those sheeps to their advantage, you know that, right?
Let them. I don't care. Let them. That's fine. But yeah, that's what happened with that. And after that, I haven't really dated anyone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There has been times where I have tried with several different women since that happened, but it's been very difficult. So.
Yeah, I bet.
But I hope this this person goes well. I hope they actually do want to go on a date. And if not, that's fine, because when I get to Seattle, there'll be plenty of people there.
Indeed.
So, that is just fine. I'm not going to feel any bit bad at all about it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry, lady. I'm fucking sorry. No. 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 No, fucking die. I gave you like a billion balloons there, and you just like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. No, get the fuck up. Goddamn. So, but yeah, that is my entire dating life. So, do I have a Discord server? Yes, but it's for my tribe. So, if you want in, you have to join the tribe.
Yeah, and I haven't dated anyone myself, so...
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, goddamn, you... Like, I dated someone 2 years before you. Fucking hell. So... Like, you look, like, you're a girl, right? So listen,
yeah.
You actually have an advantage on this, okay? Just go to, like, I'm sure, is there any guys you like?
Do you not remember what I told you the other day?
No idea. I don't even remember you talking about any guys.
Alright, short term.
Okay.
As I said the other day when you were talking about this whole Tinder stuff.
Okay.
I don't care for guys.
Oh? So you're like lesbian?
Yeah, I said this
Oh,
yesterday.
okay. Well, is there any woman you like?
No.
Really? There's none?
Correct.
Huh? Well, I don't know. I guess get a Tinder. Or no, don't get a Tinder. Don't get a fucking Tinder. We already have to deal with enough on there. Get a Facebook dating. That's what you should do. I've actually been using that, and it's actually worked. I like it. I actually really like it. I wish the user interface would be better, but it seems to be better for general needs. It doesn't seem to be like Tinder, right? Tinder seems to be like this thing where it's completely favoriting women, and that's it. But try Facebook dating. That probably work well.
I don't date people. There's no one to date. I just don't have that interest.
Well, that you don't know though. That's the thing. Is like I genuinely think you should try that. Just like put down as like lesbian, and then bam, you get lesbian Facebookers and fucking bot. There you go.
It's more complicated than that.
Well, then I have no idea. So, but that's my recommendation. So. Oh, this map. This is actually one of my favorite water gravity maps. In my genuine view, I actually really like how it works.
Hey, I'm out of the water.
It's like this idea of like the gravity is just barely enough to the where it can lift you up when you have cheese in the water, and so yeah, you have to like avoid hitting other mice while you're going up. So it's a really, really good use of collision.
Yeah. I've never had an interest to date anyone.
Well, here's what sparked my interest. So back in high school, right? And I mentioned, right, that I'm really a gentle guy. I'm actually kind of shy. I'm very antisocial in real life. So I'm not at all like how I appear online, right? I'm not that aggressive. And what ended up happening, right, was I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm tired of this. I need to man the fuck up. Like, this happened after I watched Gurren Lagann. And I'm like, I feel inspired. And so I'm like, I'm going to tell every single woman at my high school that I like her hair. And after that, that's when Holly came by, and yeah, we ended up dating there. So for me, it was really just a matter of like trying to man up, because I wasn't like that. So. And so after that, every single day I would do 2 laps around the high school. And, yeah, just at recess, that's what I would do. Just find someone I know. I'm hey, your hair is cute. I like it. And it doesn't seem too forward, but it still is likable. And I got results tonight. I think it worked. It was a goal in mind, and that's really what mattered. So, but yeah. Come on! I don't want to lose to Wolf. Fuck! I'm gonna lose to Wolf.
I'll get you out of there in a minute.
I died.
I know.
I'm eating pizza.
So did every other mouse.
Every other mouse ate pizza? No, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I wanna pro it. because I'm pro. Oh, by the way, Kaylana,
Okay,
look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. So, I'm using my forward velocity to increase my downwards velocity when I'm hitting the trampoline. And so that actually bounces me up higher since it's at an angle. Mm-hmm. So, just another tip. And that's something, for the most part, is really easy to do on circle grounds. And XBO, I'm sorry if I'm rude in a way because I ask a lot of questions. That's not rude, okay? I asked a lot of questions too, so enough to the map crew get kind of annoyed. Because I used to talk to them just about every day. Now, I try to avoid that, so.
That's fair.
So, but there's nothing wrong with asking questions. It's good. You want to question stuff. We have 18 more minutes in the stream.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And we still didn't find it.
Still. So we have probably about 2 free more rotations left. Probably more like 2.
Yes, Mousechris, it's a cool mouse.
Yes, that is why the name of the room is Mousechris Rules. And that's
No, it's not.
It's totally not a fake room name.
It totally is.
100%. It's not a fake room name to
Yes, it is. But yes, Mousechris is the
throw off
coolest
the
rat
trolls.
alive.
I doubt the trolls are gonna find us today. We're somewhere where they're probably not gonna find us.
They won't find us.
They will if they're good. Like if they're dedicated, they're gonna find us. And I know them; they are dedicated, so maybe they will. Probably egging them on right now. Like, come do
Probably.
it. But I love egging them on. It's why they hate me so much.
As I just chill here.
How many first do you have now? Let me actually take a look.
46.
Yep, 46. So, you are making improvement.
I got 3 today, I told you.
Yep, so good job.
It was 43 the other day.
Oh, by the way, so Zanny, they said that they're gonna buy Town of Salem.
Oh? Finally?
Yep, they're finally gonna buy Town of Salem. Because I annoyed them too much. They're like, fine, I'll get it. And she's like, I'll get it if you got $5 to give me. And I'm like, girl, it is $5. Are you serious? She spent more on phrases for stuff she's not gonna wear than she would have if she just bought Town of Salem.
Oh, wow.
See, I don't get that. That's why I'm saying you're Canadian. Why are you always calling me cool? Just...
Because you are cool.
That's not cool.
You are cool.
Oh my gosh. I'm edgy. I'm like an emo fucklord. And in real life, I'm not an emo fucklord. I'm not. Okay?
You sure?
My
You
online...
just called yourself one.
my online persona is so different than my real life persona. Like when I think of my real life persona, I think of like what's his name from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen JoJo's Bizarre? Okay, one,
Nope.
watch it. Two, I'm not gonna spoil it. Don't worry. But there's this serial killer called Kira Yoshikage, Yoshikage Kira, something like that. Obviously Kira is named after killer, right? So, but that's like my personality in real life and my looks in real life. I'm very clean, or I look clean. I'm not actually clean. Yeah, and
Mousechris is cool.
I'm pretty antisocial, and I try to keep things in a schedule. I'm not as compulsive as the actual Kira is, though. God fucking damn it, that dude. And obviously, I don't kill anyone.
You sure about that?
I am certain. There are no dead bodies in my room. There are no dead bodies in my room.
You sure about that?
I am certain. There are certainly no dead hookers in my room. Which is a specific thing to say. Sussus among us. Ba 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 ba.
Oh, Shaman died.
Dude, I was listening to this song the other day, the Among Us song, mixed in with Baby Got Back.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
It was like the Among Us drip song mixed in with that. It was like a mashup.
Yes,
I think it's by Triple Q. I think it's by Triple Q. You're responding to your own comments. What are you talking about?
Your coolest rap.
You're responding to your own comments. No one else is saying that, unless they're on my ignore list. So.
You're the coolest rat.
All right.
It's fact. What? You don't believe me?
No, I don't. I don't. The coolest rat in my books is
Mousechris.
I have no idea.
That too.
Maybe it is me, but I don't want to say it's me.
Even IRL, you're probably really cool.
I'm okay in real life, so. But in real life, I don't have this ultra American Chad personality. I look like an ultra American Chad, right? But that's just not what I am. Honestly, in real life, I look like a Republican. Okay, like I look like a generic Republican. That's what I look like. I'm like this blonde guy with a scuffy beard, 6'1".
I didn't imagine you with a beard. I didn't think you had one.
Yep, that's what I have. So I have a cute hairstyle. And other than that, my eyes are apparently gorgeous. This is what everyone tells me, by the way. Everyone I've ever dated. What color are they then? They're grayish blue. But everyone who I've ever dated.
That is a nice color, though.
It always tells me that my eyes are gorgeous. They've always.
What
told
are
me
you
that.
doing, Chris? Just canon us. You really don't want to canon us, you dork?
No, I do not. Sus.
Use your totem before you forget.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what that guy said, but I'm just gonna ice him. So there you go.
Use your totem, sir.
There is my totem. What was I going on about?
You IRL.
Yes. So everyone tells me my eyes are gorgeous. So I'm blonde. I'm like Hitler's baby. Okay, that's what I am. I'm like Hitler's like wet dream, right? Because like he's like, oh la la, the Aryan race, yeah, yeah, oh, and then he's like, yes, blonde hair, blue eyes, and all these kind of stuff. and I'm even more because my ancestry is German, right? And so
Oh wow.
I'm like the personification of all that. But I'm not a Republican. I'm a socialist. Although I have very conservative views when it comes to social justice. But again, my views on that are I don't care enough to really complain. It's just learn to advertise better. Because, like, for example, like decriminalizing drugs, right? So decriminalizing drugs, it would objectively help colored communities, because ultimately colored communities are the ones affected by that the most, okay? But that's because it affects poor communities the most, not specifically because it affects colored communities. And is this guy seriously favoring this guy? God fucking damn it. It totally looks like he's favoring this guy.
Probably. Don't stop running, Chris. It's glitched.
This is annoying.
You kill everyone too, Chris. Don't complain.
Yeah, but I don't do this. This is just hole blocking. There's been very few times I've ever hole blocked. Yeah. A lot of people see me as a guy with like dark brown hair, stuff like that.
I don't know what I thought of you as, to be honest.
Yeah. So.
But not that. Definitely.
The version that is Mousechris compared to the version that is actual Chris are very different. Mousechris is super conservative. Blah blah blah. Mousechris is super assertive, not conservative. And regular Chris is very not assertive. I kind of just do whatever, and then when I get on Twitter,
Mousechris is cool.
I argue like hell on Twitter. God damn! If you think I'm bad on Transformice, you should see me on a place where there's like no moderation for political shit. Okay. And I will go fucking wild, okay? Like, no holds barred, okay? So,
wow.
Twitter is like heaven for me. I fucking love it. Anyway, Soki says, "Oh God, your totem, man. Because of your mouse, I saw you as a dark hair and eye dude. That guy's trying to kill you because you iced him. Mousechris is emo colored, while Chris is just normal. Yes." Mousechris is ghetto, while Chris is stereotypically white. So, he's a stereotypical white male.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have like a darkish blonde hair and green eyes.
Oh wow. And the one thing I actually was really wondering about, right, was on one of your profile pictures you had light skin. On the one you have right now, you have dark skin. Which is it?
It's the light.
Oh.
But the current one I have is of an OC of mine.
Oh, I see.
That's why it's different. The other one is more of a closer representation of me. The one that had the short pink hair.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one's a lot more like me.
But it doesn't sound like that one's really like you either.
Yeah, it's closer.
Is your hair short?
Yes.
Oh. Huh.
My hair is like that short. Like it was in my other one.
Honestly, I am not a fan of short hair. I don't get girls who do that. Oh, you know what? I just realized you're lesbian, so that's stereotypically lesbian.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it is. So.
That's what I do. My hair's been short for like a year.
Mm-hmm. I remember
really
when my sister cut her hair short. She looked like a fucking Karen, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious."
Oh god.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a kid.
Imagine a blonde-haired woman with blue eyes, white, but she has her hair cut short. And you're like, okay, yeah, that sounds like Karen. It sounds like Karen.
It does.
But it's not her fault per se. I don't think she was looking to look like Karen, but that is definitely what she looked like. So me and my sister talk a lot. Well, not a lot, to be honest, but we talk way more than I talk to anyone else in real life. So I have a good relationship with my sister. When I go to the store, I buy her a Pepsi.
Oh, that didn't get close enough. You know what? We're icing the mouse.
Yeah.
Yes, Chris is cool.
All right. And yeah, I think we're going to be able to go ahead and do one or two more rotations depending on when the next P66 map comes in. Because if it comes in before the 2-hour mark, we'll do 2. If it comes in after, obviously it'll just be 1. So really depends. Because we have less than 3 minutes.
Is cool.
We have less than 3 minutes.
Have you met Chris? He's the coolest rat.
No one has met Chris other than my sister. She's the only one.
Wow.
And she
well,
will
you have to
be
be
the only
cool
one.
IRL if you have that many, like, girlfriends.
No, that's like not that many. Like let's look at that, right?
Way more than
so,
I had.
We're talking about like 4 girlfriends in 9 years, okay? And yeah. So the only thing.
Yeah, well, I've had none, so.
You also just haven't been trying. And another thing is, you're lesbian. You can. That's not a diss, by the way. That's not a diss. It's just there's a lot less selection for you. So you're not trying. There's less.
What the hell did this shaman
selection.
do?
What do you mean?
The whole left side.
That's what shamans usually do.
I know. I was up the other way, just running around, waiting. Yes, but I literally have had 0 interest to date in anyone.
Well, I think you should. It made me happy when I finally did that.
Yeah, well, I have no interest to.
And, I don't know.
Unlike you, I don't actually have those, like, feelings towards people.
Well, yeah, so my feelings aren't, like, emotional, okay? They're just not. I did it, again, just because I'm like, okay, I want to be stereotypically American, and I'm not. I am the farthest thing from it. So I need to find someone to go on a date with, right? That's what I did. And so yeah. Mousechris when the 3, 2, 1 counter goes.
Yeah, well, I just literally don't have those feelings towards anyone of any sort that you would usually get with relationships.
Well, I'm sure someday you'll
Probably
you'll
not.
find it. I'm sure.
Probably not. Probably not, sir.
Why don't you think it would ever happen in your life? You're just gonna grow up completely alone forever?
Probably, honestly.
No. And also Soki says, what's a stereotypical American?
Mousechris.
The most assertive person you can think of. Someone who quote unquote mansplains a white male. Wait, I that's not racist, by the way. I'm just giving my interpretation of a stereotypical American. So a white male, someone who gets lots of bitches, right, and talks about them like that, right? Is like, oh yeah, man, bitches, fuck yeah, so like a frat boy, right? Like a frat boy. Someone who is super muscly, someone who likes guns, Cleric, I think that means you're aromantic or asexual. And that to me it sounds like they're aromantic because
Both.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you're
So.
asexual, then you would know that you're not lesbian. So I think it means you're aromantic. That's what I'm interpreting that as.
No, I am both, but also still.
That doesn't make any sense. You can't be
It doesn't
asexual
make
and
sense
be
out of,
lesbian.
like that. It's just, to me, it makes sense.
All right. Well, again, this goes back on that thing where it's like it's too much for me to care about. I care about I care about economics. That's what I care about.
Yes,
So,
I know, but see why
I
I don't.
I don't understand that. That's
You
not.
see why I
something
don't date people?
No, I don't see why you don't date people. I think you're a great person. You could probably get someone. So.
Yes, but I don't have literally any feelings for it.
All right. Well, anyway, what was I going on about before I read that? I can't remember.
Something
This
about
is how bad
stereotypical
my
Chris.
memory is. Oh yeah, stereotypical American. Stereotypical American. Also, next map is P66. But so it's someone who likes guns. It's someone who likes violence. Someone who likes sexual jokes. The most absolutely absurd person you can think of. The most annoying, like someone who you don't like because they annoy you, but there's nothing inherently wrong about them. They're just very, like, in your face. It's like, I'm right,
So
you're wrong.
Mousechris.
No, it's not the map. God damn it. But yeah, so that is the character of Mousechris. That's what I base it off of. That I base my entire existence of being Mousechris off of that. It was so funny, right?
That's a little sad, sir.
No, that's not sad, right? Because when I started out, I was like me in real life, right? So I wouldn't talk to anyone. I was in a very small tribe. I wasn't, like, I was just whatever, right? And you know what gave me confidence? Making maps, right? Making maps gave me confidence. It was like, holy shit, people like this.
Totem and ice. Do it.
Okay. But it was like, holy shit, people actually like what I'm doing. Like, I'm getting praise, right? And so
Oh, he
that
did it earlier, Soki.
that gave
We
me
had a
confidence
map
in
and
myself.
Chris was shaman.
And yeah, so after that, I wanted Mousechris to be exactly what I saw as the most macho man you could possibly be. And so I just act this way online. In real life, I'm not like that. But yeah. But
Pretty sure we...
Here's the thing, though. Mousechris has definitely affected me in real life, though, because I am a lot more assertive than I used to be. Okay.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Okay, that 100% is a good thing. So, also, it is time to leave because the stream is about to end.
Okay.
But thank you everyone for joining the stream. Unfortunately we didn't find the map today, but that is it's whatever, you know. It
I don't think we're ever going to find it. You're cursed.
We will, and every single
You're
day
cursed.
I'm gonna see Wolf Girl post about how she saw the map after the stream, because that's been happening. That has been happening. Let me pull it up here. I'm just gonna show this off. Or no, I'm not going to show it off. I'm not going to show it off because that'll reveal the map. And I want to wait until that. But she did post that last night where she's like, oh, hey, I saw the map. Or was it someone else? I can't remember. But someone did that. So, but thank you for coming to the stream.
If
I hope
anybody's
you
leaving the
all
room now.
have a great and wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, everyone's leaving the room because I left the room. And I'm famous. I'm famous. So, but have a great rest of your day.
Still naked.
Bye-bye.